Hey, everybody. All right, it's time for Mission 3, Lesson 8. And our student objective, for Mission 3, Lesson 8 is to use place value discs to represent 3-digit by 1-digit multiplication. So, sounds pretty familiar, doesn't it? Yeah, it sounds kind of like yesterday's or the previous lesson's objective. The one difference is, hey, the last lesson was 2-digit by 1-digit multiplication. Now we are just going to do 3-digit by 1-digit multiplication. So we're up and by a digit and using that place value disc to do so. All right, let's take a look at a couple examples. All right, so let's say we were given 332 times 3. Now, again, 332, well, that's our 3-digit number. Times 3, that's our 1-digit number. So that's where our 3-digit by 1-digit comes from our objective. All right, 332 times 3. The first thing I need to do on my place value chart is to represent 332. So how many hundreds do I have in 332? Well, I have 3 hundreds. 1, 2, 3. And then how many tens do I have? I have 3. 1, 2, 3. And then how many ones do I have? I have 2. 332. Now, I'm multiplying it times 3, so how many rows total do I need of that 332? Well, I'm multiplying it times 3. I need 3 rows total. Don't get tripped up and think that you need 3 more rows. No, you need 3 rows total. So once you write it once, that's already counts as 1. So we're going to just make another row here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's our second row of 332. And one more row or group of 332. All right, so I had 332, and I have that 3 times now. All right, so what I had here was, so I had 3 times 2, because I had 2 ones. 3 times 2 ones, and then I had, this is represented, what I do here, I did 3 times 3 tenths. And then here I did 3 times 3 hundreds. I'm just going to abbreviate that, hundreds. All right, so now I just have to tell me, well, 3 times 2 ones was 6 ones. And again, I asked myself, well, what number is 6 ones in standard form? It is 6. So I'm going to write my 6 on that first row here. Then I have 3 times 3 tenths. Well, 3 times 3 is 9. Then I have tenths. So I had 9 tenths. And what does 9 tenths equal? Well, 9 tenths, if I have 9 tenths, and remember my zeros trick, I just put the 0 at the end. 9 plus a 0 at the end is 90. So in my second row, I'm going to write 90. Notice I have to line up my place values here. And then my third row, it was 3 times 3 hundreds. I had 3 groups of 3 hundreds. And 3 times 3 again was 9. I can count 3, 6, 9. 9 hundreds. All right. And if I have 9 hundreds, what number in standard form does that equal? Well, I had 9. 100 has 2 zeros. So it's 9 hundredths. Right? And again, notice I just have 3 rows now, starting with the ones place, tens place, hundreds place. Okay. I line them up. Notice my place values line up here. And I'm just going to add them to find my product. 6 plus 0 is 6. 9 plus 0 is 9. And then 9 plus nothing is 9. 996 is my product for 332 times 3. Okay. So you'll see it's like you were doing yesterday. It's just now, instead of 2-digit by 1-digit, it's 3-digit by 1-digit. Okay, let's take a look at one more here. Okay, so let's say I had 123 times 4. So 123 times 4. Now, first thing I need to represent is 123. So how many hundreds are in 123? I have 100. How many tens are in 123? I have 2 tens, so 2 discs here. And then how many ones are in 123? I have 3 ones. 1, 2, 3. So 123. And I'm multiplying it times 4. So how many rows total do I need? What was that? Did I hear you? Wait, yeah, you're right. 4 rows. 4 rows total of that 123. So just going to make 4 rows of it. That's 2 rows total. That's 3 rows total. That's 4 rows total. 1, 2, 3, 4 rows total. All right. Now, let's start with the ones. What did I do with my ones? I said I started off with 3 ones, and I multiplied it times 4. So I had 4 times 3 ones. And what was that? Well, 4 times 3 is 12. 12 ones. And again, I can check it on my place value chart by just going, how many did I have? 3, 6, 9, 12. 12 ones. And what does 12 ones equal? Well, 12 ones equals 12. So in my first row here, I'm going to write 12. Now, what I do with my tens, I had started off with 2 tens, and I multiplied it times 4. So I had 4 times 2 tens. And what was 4 times 2? 4 times 2 is 8 tens. 8 tens. And again, I can check here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 tens. However, 8 tens, what number is that in standard form? Well, 8 tens is equal to, a 10 has 1 0. I just have 8, and then 10 has 1 0. I just put a 0 at the end. 80. 80. Where do I put that 80? I put it in this second row here. Now, notice that those ones went into the tens place, which is fine. But I just have to make sure my place values line up correctly still here. So 80 goes in this second row. And then finally, for my hundreds, I had 4 times, how many did I start with? 1 hundreds. And again, I'm just going to abbreviate here. And 4 times 1 is 4. And hundreds. 4 hundreds is equal to what number? Well, 4. And how many hundreds does, or how many zeros does 100 have? 2. 1, 2. 4 hundreds in standard form is written like that, 400. And I write that on my third row, 400. Notice I had to have all my place values line up. I can't get wonky with it. I can't I'm just going to get, so what I'm saying is you can't do this. You can't get wonky and be like, well, 12 and then 80 and then, let's see, 400 here. No, that doesn't, no, bad. Don't do that. You have to line them up correctly. And then to get my product of 123 times 4, I simply have to add all those up. So 2 plus 0 is 2. 1 plus 8 is 9. And 4 plus nothing is 4. So the product of 123 times 4 is 492. And so that's what you're going to be working on today. It's similar to a previous lesson, but now we're just adding a digit. We're getting into the hundreds place. All right. So draw it out and then write it out and make sure you keep your place values lined up correctly. All right. Good luck to you. As always, if you need help, you can ask me or your teacher. I bid you farewell.